I had this before in Montenegro, and this is made from plums, you say?
No, it's quince.
Yeah, so it's almost, it's unique, but I drink Japanese rice whiskey.
Mm-hmm. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, it's very like smooth, similar. Yeah, like you would put that probably neat with like maybe a little bit of ice. That's what I would go for.
We don't put ice.
You don't put ice?
No,
what
no
do you
ice
recommend?
in the rakia.
So she says no ice in the rakia. So if I was to get this, you would just drink this neat.
Yes.
Okay, and how much would you say is like a good evening nightcap, as we call it?
Well, it depends on
It
the
depends.
person.
Yeah. That's how it
You
is.
can drink whole
Yeah.
bottle if you want.
Yeah, so this is, let me just do this because this is beautiful stuff. This is, you mentioned that one being from a tree that's 100 years old. Yeah. Okay, I'll take one of these bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I can wrap it in? I'm just worried
Yes,
about
we
it in my
have.
bag.
I will wrap it
That'd be
in
great.
like the bubble foil.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic. Because I actually came in here for beef jerky, believe it or not. And now I'm leaving with white chocolate and rakia, which is where does it actually come from? Serbia, Montenegro, Croatia?
Well, let's say
Everywhere.
Balkan.
Yeah, Balkans, yeah. The old, similar to moonshine. And this is beautiful. One of these to drink this in. Yeah, like one of those. Sipping on that throughout the day.
So, are you like a YouTuber or?
I'm just starting, so I'm actually just starting to document more. We've been traveling around Europe for the last 2 years, and we move around from Croatia, Bosnia, I was in Germany, I was in Belgium for a little bit. Obviously, originally I'm from the UK.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, strong UK accent.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're on a mission to never go back to the UK, as much as we can avoid it. And we're looking at traveling to as many of these Eastern European countries as possible.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to Spain, we've been to Portugal, but East really stands out to us. So Serbia was one of my favourite places when we came to Belgrade last year.
Mm-hmm. And what do you like the most?
I think, yeah, for me it all depends on the Airbnb that we stay at. So we stay around 90 days at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a long stretch of typically 3 months. And I like the fact that Serbia, although I don't look it now, it forced me to dress a bit smarter when I was here before.
Okay.
Because everyone's really sharp, really fresh. That's what I sensed. People are very friendly. Most people speak English. And then I realized in Serbia, the biggest thing that drew me was the people are very aware of what's going on.
Yes.
So they stand up for what they believe in. They have principles, they have values. That was really good for me. So that and the fact that you can have both. Novi Sad is nature. Belgrade is very town, city, get access to everything. I like the balance here.
Yes. But for me personally, Novi Sad is really slow.
Yeah.
Like all people are so calm, and here, no, here
Yeah.
is like all day crazy.
Yeah. What one do you prefer?
Well, Belgrade.
Yeah.
Belgrade is really the best city in the world.
Yeah.
Well, I was in America for 2 years.
Mhm.
I went there in the high school, but to be honest, Balkan is Balkan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Balkan is really the best place in the world.
Yeah.
Belgrade, I will never change Belgrade.
Yeah. I love the vibrancy here. Serbia is one of the strongest, I've felt, from the people, one of the strongest stood in your roots. I met a guy the other day, Anastasia, that was working in a gym, and he told me about fighting off the police that came in riot gear with shields for his university. What do you call that? You call that the faculty. And he was like, oh yeah, we had some fun, I got hit over the head a little bit, and it was a good time. And I really sense the spirit in the Serbian people. And I sense that, yeah, this close-knit. We're looking at staying in a place like this longer, maybe buying property. So, yeah.
Belgrade is really the best city in the world. The nightlife, like here you don't have a lot of money. I mean, you can work all day and still it's not like enough, you know. But just the positivity of the people and the energy we have, it's really like the best. And we are always happy. You will always see like a lot of people in the coffee shops, in the center, like. Yeah. We don't know. We don't know about the time.
Yeah, you just get lost in it.
Yeah.
We're in the center of something. Hang on a minute, let me get a full scope of what's going around. So, Heineken sign over there. I think the best thing is talk about the signs. Heineken. Yeah, I'd give you an idea. Heineken here. That will be, that big sign up there will be a bank. Definitely a bank there. Architecture of the stones, and then you can see at the top, the zoom isn't good here. One thing that you always notice is 5G towers everywhere. No matter where we've been, always 5G, right? So these buildings, every time you get one of these buildings that are kind of like aqua, greeny blue, that's copper. And that's designed specifically, especially with these cylinders, to extract energy from
the ether.
The ether, that's right. And the atmosphere around us is abundant in electricity. Ions. This is why ions, I-O-N, in the language that we use, station, motion, you've got anything with I-O-N. And I'm not a tour guide, so I can't say too much about what this is. But what I can say is a lot of effort, energy has gone into putting this in. And if you was to zoom out and you was to get the geometry of this place, look, even the way it's pointed, everything is a language of symbology. I don't know exactly what this symbolizes. If I studied it enough, I would be. I wonder where that point is. That to me is like point towards, you see he's got a sword? That point towards, really that's like an attack, like take over that land. Like, or take the land back, or...
Well, that's Prince de Serbia. Is that like a coffin or something?
It's not a coffee, babe.
Coffin!
Do they drink coffee? Do they have lattes? And this. So this is bang smack in the middle. We'll find out where this is and we'll look at it on a map afterwards, but it's bang smack in the middle of something. There's an energy center right here, you can feel it. You're in the middle of it. Just want a bathroom break before I piss myself, just in the middle of the street. There's a protest. Starbucks. Oh! Oh! You set that up, didn't you? You set that up.
I did it. Look out.
No, you set that up. You set that up. Mate, I mean, some people like to travel around with their entourage. You know, men like to travel around with a group of men. Women, maybe a group of women. Maybe a mixture. We got a creature that shits. Have a great evening. You know, it'd be a lot easier to decline someone in their own language. This is the theme tune to Amy's life. Waking up in Ireland, sunshine and food. Nothing else but sunshine and food, and maybe do some hoovering. And make sure and throw the ball. Now, throw the ball. I need some racket. Whoa! Jesus! That was crazy. That pigeon was almost the in. There's something in, that actually sounds quite good. There's something in children singing. You know what I mean? Huh? There was one back there. Yeah, but are they selling Kopi Luwak? No, they ain't. No, they ain't. If you need a hookup. Yeah, this is a song. This is literally your life, ain't it? Now I'm not in the mood. That's what you're like. I plan to go out and nothing went to plan. Hot white chocolate is screaming your name, but we're going to find an independent place. Yeah? I think Costa's had its fair share of net profit. Thank you for the street now. Thank you for the street now. Okay, let's go for that. Yeah. There's a lot going on. Oh, there's all these little stages. Yeah, no shortage of Starbucks. Oh, now we're really fitness. So when we come out to shopping centres, sometimes we're just scoping the landscape, but then we're actually sometimes looking for things. don't think they do. Huh? I think so. Why don't you leave him on the step?
No, you're not meant to leave him on set.
You're not meant to leave him. What, escalator rules? It's touching me. Imagine fucking living there. Is Amy coming out? Right, so we're basically headed back. If we can get a drink, that'll be the final good thing. And if there's suitable snack.
So basically just follow the road, just keep following that straight.
Yeah, that's what my bearing's for. Do you have bearings, Amy? Do you have basic survival surroundings? Even without the influence of booze.
How are you feeling? Did you feel that?
Yeah, but like there's a thing with alcohol, it's like it's almost like you start going up. You start going up, and if you don't continue drinking it, you go tired.
Yeah, I just feel it, your energy.
But also my legs, just walking around. Obviously this booze, no booze, 14 coffees, it doesn't make a difference to me. Unless I'm embracing into it and I'm allowing it to cultivate my energy, like dancing to the music, up on stage singing, getting more energy, then it absorbs energy. Because you're really just, you're taking it in, but you're walking through it. really come to the heart.
Spent like 3 months here and the real temple is there.
This is the attraction, that is Shadow. You feel the pivot? Well, we came through here maybe an hour and 90 minutes ago or something like that. And it was daytime here. Right? And the pivot now is it turning into evening here. Right? You can feel it. Oh, we might have to go in that place.
Shall I?
You might have to go in there, babe. You might have to. I wonder if they do hot takeaway drinks. What do you reckon? Same cameras, mate.
That's in 60 tapes in chemistry.
Let's have a look. Have a look in the window. Oh, there's fuck tons of gelatos.
No added sugar.
No added sugar. You gotta get some. You have to. You have to. Get a few items.
Like cakes?
I don't know, not if I can't have anything, I don't want it around me. There's tres leches there.
I know, I saw that.
You gotta get something. They're great, by the way. You gotta get gelato. If they do hot drinks, ask them.
Do you want a gelato?
If there's a flavour I have,
A dairy-free one?
see if there's one. Yeah.
What about it's not dairy-free? You still want one scoop?
No, I'll just try a little bit, guys. That's right, Shadow. That's right, Shadow. What would you like, sir? Is that time? Oh, here we go. Fucking spoke to me.
Is that over Kappa?
We're back in the spot. And this spot, I said, was boring. Well, you were boring. And you know what? She's actually been alright. Shadow did a poo in the middle of a busy place. around. I managed to get a memory card for this camera, which is commitment to documenting this stuff. Shadow, of course, drew in loads of attention. Lots of attention. What would you say, closing thoughts?
Nice day. Busy day. Ready to now sit down, have a nice warm drink and relax.
So the last thing that we'll do is get a warm drink here at Coffee Bean. And sun's out, it's rained, I've got rakia. What else do I get? Rakia?
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky, white chocolate. We got the
Memory card.
sorbet,
Yeah.
memory card,
Charger.
USB, another wire for that. We wandered around, experienced some music, connected with that woman in the shop.
Food.
Good food. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Alright, over and out. Meeting people would change everything. When it feels like home, because you come back to a place that you've established memories. That's why memories are the biggest thing. That's why moving on is so expansive, because you're stimulated by new things. Whereas when you stay in the same place, I would say longer than 90 days, and then beyond, spiritually you're held back by the memories.
Yeah.
So if you've had negative experiences somewhere, or the most impactful thing is, let's say for example, you look at Montenegro, that feeling of welcoming, warmth, is what comes to you when you revisit those memories. And when you, if you was to pull up there, all those good memories come back.
What would you say so far? And just like I said with Nomad, it's very early, and I think we still, like, 2 weeks today we arrived, and it definitely has taken us longer to settle in this time. So I do feel like we definitely have to give it a little bit more time, explore the area a little bit. I feel like this week coming is going to be the first week to really have good structure with our meals, with our like movement and recovery and things like that. So, but based on what you have experienced with Nomad and Belgrade so far, what would you say is your reasoning for preferring Belgrade at the moment?
I like knowing that there's things around. When I want something, I want it. So, and when you said about parking, I don't really agree with Novi Sad being easy to park. A bit more challenging. You have to make a place your home, you have to fit in, or you don't. So it's all just about energy. So me going out of town with you there is and Shadow is way different if I was just to go with you. If I was just to go with another guy. There's loads of components to it, but the goal is to, this is what I'm saying about abilities. If you can't do anything in a particular area, you're likely not going to feel at home. If you walk into an arm wrestling club having no clue, you might not have a good time at first. Same as anything. So you have to learn to fit in. You have to learn the abilities, the skills. In this travel life, you have to learn languages.
Yeah.
You can get by, and have to is an over exaggeration. But if you want to fit in, if you want everywhere to feel at home, if you want to go to a place and go, oh, I can go here, I know people there. Oh, I can give this person a ring. Oh, I know that individual. You know, I got that woman's Instagram in that place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I connect with them, I'll ask them questions. Just ask them questions. Do I feel like I've got questions to ask that woman? No. Well, what's a good practice? Ask her a question anyway. Just to start an interaction.
Yeah.
You know, I had to tell that guy, hey, by the way, I chose another gym. But if you're open for coffee or something, let me know.
Yeah.
You just know people.
Yeah, I think like for me, Montenegro really did have that that family home feel, like massively. The fact that within being there 24 hours or whatever it was, a few days, I can't remember however long when they came back from their travels, and they wanted to invite us in, like show us around the property, like, you know, give us drink and whatever else they gave us, and there was like always that like family feel there. I really felt it. I felt so safe. Like I felt so safe there. And yeah, I think that's like really important. Especially for us, some people may not be like as looking for that or concerned about that, but I can only speak for myself, but for me that's a really big thing, having that feeling of safety and that feeling of like, especially when you are in a country you don't speak the language, but just knowing that you do feel super safe there and you feel at home. I think that's so important.
That's the thing, like, oh, there's no water, oh, this isn't working, this like increased flow. As you started speaking about that memory, you laughed.
Yeah.
That's why handling moments creates memories.
Now, when you like the experience of Bosnia and not having no water, now like I laugh about it because how we like associated it with something funny because of like the energy that you brought with it. So that's really important.
Well, you've got to be able to see the context, what that means, where you apply that. Because you can apply it everywhere. It's called perspective.
wasn't as simple as that, because obviously very grateful there was that underground parking, but it was like you've got to go downstairs, you've got to get in your car, then you've got to go to the fob, and then you've got to lean over to get yourself out, and all that sort of stuff that obviously us driving a UK car in Europe, if you're in places that have fobs or barriers like that, it can make it a little bit more difficult. So it's just like, for me, the at home is like the whole thing. How easy is it to get the things that make my at home and my daily life the easiest? And I think that's what was so nice about Montenegro, because obviously it did have the gym there, and it was like, it was easy for us to set up our like regular rituals and systems. And yeah, obviously for me anyway, like it wasn't like I love the coziness of Daniela's place, and I love the accessibility to, like, we want food, we can get food. It doesn't matter what time it is. I want to order some stuff for Shadow, I can order stuff from Shadow. It doesn't